Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this amazing little eco house. If you want to make a house out in the forest and you're tired of making those really boring old log cabins, then this is probably for you. This house works best when you immerse it in nature, so if you make it in a highly densely populated area where you have plenty of trees and loads of grass and water and all of those sorts of things, then this house is going to fit in very well. There's plenty of space in here, both up and down below, to have a nice, functioning, well-working house that doesn't only look good, but is actually nice and functional, it's nice and open, and it's just a really great little house. I don't know what else to really say about it. It's just a really cool, different kind of concept. So if you do enjoy this house, then please do give this video a like, I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe for more, and if you do want to see more in the meantime, check out the card system and the description below for all of my other various houses and projects that I'm currently working on. You'll find loads of playlists in there that you'll just love them, trust me. There's loads of stuff in there that I'm sure that you would really enjoy building. But that's pretty much everything. Why don't I show you how to actually make this thing? It's really quite easy. So if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some spruce wood, some birchwood stairs, some dark oak wood stairs, some dark oak wood slabs, some birchwood slabs, some dark oak fence, some buttons, some black stained glass, and some black stained glass pane. Plus we'll need all of the other materials that you can see in the inventory, and I can tell you now we will need even more than what we have. We'll just be grabbing the rest of them later. So once you have everything, you might want to pause this, grab everything, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'm actually making this one in my public park. I'm going to surround it with trees, I'm going to surround it with loads of grass and stuff, and I think it's going to fit in really well here. It's going to be cool, it's going to be a really nice little thing that you kind of stumble upon. Well, once you've figured all that out, you're going to want to kick off this house with a row of 3 spruce wood coming directly up from the ground, so that's 1, 2, and 3. You then, in front of this row of 3, you want to stack 3 more rows of 3. So you want to do 1, 2, 3. On top of that third row, attach another spruce wood onto the outer row. So it's like 2 rows of 3, and then that last one you want to add it up to a 4. You then want to take the upper half of the third block, the third spruce wood, the one that you place the spruce wood on top of, and you want to go right of it by 7 with your birchwood slab. So that'll look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. You then want to do a row of 4 spruce wood to the right of the row of 7. So you want to have something which should look like this. And you can also, whilst we're here, place a row of dark oak wood fence directly on top. Something else that we can do also, because we're here, we can take out our spruce wood, and from this row of 4 spruce wood that we just placed, coming outward to the right diagonally, we want to have a row of 3 coming up from the ground. So that'll look like 1, 2, and 3, like that. Then, leaving a gap of 1 coming forward, you want to then do a row of 2. 1, 2, like that. Going to the right, do a row of 2 birchwood slabs on the ground, 1, 2. Then do a row of 2 spruce coming up from the ground, 1, 2. Leave a gap of 1 and then do a row of 3 coming up from the ground, 1, 2, and 3. Then leaving a gap of 1, do a row of 4 spruce wood coming up from the ground, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. And what you can actually do, looking at this, is you can, leaving a gap of 2 coming to the left, you can do another row of 4 as well, so that'll look like 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. So you want this sort of formation. And I didn't really plan on doing the house like this, but we may as well continue on whilst we're at it. So what we now want to do is, in the ground, going right, we want to take out our dark oak wood stairs, and we want to go right in the ground from this spruce wood by 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then place a row of 4 spruce wood coming up from the ground from that 9th block. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We then want to place a row of glass on top of this, and I think that glass block, whilst you can use paint, I think that glass block will look best. So place a row of glass block on top of that. Then do a row of upside down dark oak wood stairs. Do make sure they're upside down on top of that. Then we want to do a pattern here. So on top of the dark oak wood, we want to go from left to right. We want to do this pattern. We want to place a fence, then a spruce wood. Fence, spruce wood, fence, spruce wood, fence, spruce wood. And I'm just now going to place the fence in individually because it's a bit faster. Something I'm now going to do is starting from the right hand side here. Now this might not seem at the moment like it matters, but you know what, actually it's easier if we do this later. So we now want to kind of come to the back of what we've made, and we want to look forward at what we've made now. And in the ground, going right from this bottom spruce wood, we want to go right by 3 with the dark oak wood stairs. So that's 1, 2, 3. We then want to do a row of 4 spruce wood coming up from the ground right of that. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. Then we want to place a row of glass on top of the dark oak wood stairs, as you can see me doing now. Then you want upside down dark oak wood stairs on top of that. You want to place a spruce wood on top of the center upside down dark oak wood with dark oak fence left and right. We can then actually take this row of 4 spruce wood and we can extend it upwards by a further 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And coming out of the back of this, the row of originally 4, you want to do another row of 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, I understand that might be confusing, but in reality, it's actually quite easy to see what has just been done there. So once you've got that taken care of, this is what we want to do next. So take out your birchwood stairs and come all the way down to the bottom right hand side of the row of 8. 4 plus 4 is of course 8. And you want to place a birchwood stair facing this way, coming across the right. Then go right by 5 with your dark oak wood slab. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then place an opposite facing birchwood stairs like this. And then what we want to do is we want to place a row of 3 spruce wood coming up from the ground next to it. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And in front of that, you actually want to do a row of 4 spruce wood coming up from the ground in front. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, like this. And now what we want to do is we actually want to connect the front of the house and the back of the house together, and we're actually going to do it with rows of 3 spruce wood coming up from the ground just on the left hand side of this build. So you want to have something which should look a little bit like that. Connect the front and the back of the house together with a row of dark oak wood fence, like so. And once you've got that taken care of, I think it's about time that we start putting some walls and stuff together. It's kind of difficult because this house is very, very open. So now that we're deciding to put walls on our house, this is what we're going to do next. We want to come to the front of the house and we want to come to the rightish side. So where we have this row of 4 spruce wood connected together with the fence, we want to, behind this row of 4 spruce wood, we want to construct 3 rows of spruce wood coming behind it, and they want to be rows of 3, so it will look like 1, 2, and 3. Those are all rows of 3, like that. And on top of that third block, we want to go up by 5, so that'll look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Once you've got that taken care of, we can now better construct the actual walls of the house because we have a little something to work with now. So, we want to come to the very bottom of this row. This is a row of 8. And you want to place a birchwood stairs right at the bottom of the row. You can actually see that it's parallel to the one that we have at the back. You want to also, on top of that birchwood stair, go up by 2 with the birchwood stairs. So that's 1 and 2. You can then go up by 3 with the dark oak wood stairs. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Then you can place a birchwood slab on top of that block. And actually, you know what? It's not on top. It's kind of weird with this house. It wants to be like one block on top, yet behind the stair, if that makes sense, like that. And now, we want to come all the way down to the bottom of the road that we've made. We want to take the bottom birchwood stair, and we want to go left of it by 5 with the dark oak wood slabs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we want to place a birchwood stair facing these slabs, and on top of the birchwood stair, we want to go up by 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like so. Then, one row above and one row like backwards, or half a row above and one row backwards, we want to place a birch wood slab. And then you can connect that block left to right like that. What we now want to do is we want to connect the third birchwood stairs together left and right, and the way we want to do this is with a row of dark oak wood slabs like this, but we also want to place a row of birchwood slabs underneath it like this. And then we want to, coming inside here, we want to place a row of black stained glass behind all of this, and we want to just have simply 2 rows of glass behind it. Then, in front of this, we want to have 2 rows of birchwood slabs. So you can see where the like the entrance connects. We have left, going from left to right, a row of dark oak wood slabs, which forms a dark oak wood plank, which is now visible down below. So you can see why we've actually done that. You can also add some glass in here as well. So you can add a layer of black glass behind the entire entrance, coming up as far as the birchwood slabs. You'll also want to create an entrance hole, which will actually just be left of the bottom 2 dark oak wood stairs, because we're now going to place a row of 3 dark oak wood stairs parallel to the original row. So 1 row away and facing them, we want a row of 1, 2, and 3 like this. We're then going to connect them together at the top with a row of dark oak wood slabs. We're going to extend that through to the left with dark oak wood slabs, and we're going to do a row of dark oak wood slabs at the bottom on the left as well, because it looks quite interesting this way. It's pretty much the only reason we're doing it. We're now on the left hand side. We're going to place a dark oak wood slab on top of this birchwood stair. We're going to bottom left diagonally, well, half a row bottom left diagonally, place another dark oak wood slab. And now what we want to do is, from this first slab that we place, we want to do 4 upright diagonals, and it's actually easier if we have some blocks to kind of support this. So we want to construct something that looks like this with the birch wood, and the reason for this is so that we can now do 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be 4 upright diagonals with the dark oak wood slabs. It's much easier if you have something to place. And we're now going to go right with the dark oak wood slabs until we overhang the side of this house by 1 row. We're going to add a layer of dark oak wood slabs that comes out in front of the house like this. And what we also want to do is, once we've done that, because now that's pretty much what we wanted. We wanted to have the birch wood backing at the back of the house like that. You guys can see what I'm talking about there. Well, what we now want to do is we want to come to the very back of the house, and we want to put walls on here as well. So at the back, it's kind of trickier on the back, but on the back, actually, if you extend the roof backwards, like if you extend the dark oak wood slabs backwards, so if you just do each end of the roof and extend it backwards until it overhangs the back of the roof by 1 row, as it does there, you can actually kind of gauge how far the roof is going to come up. So if you start with the right hand birchwood stair, you want to go up on top of this by 5 with your birchwood stair. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that. Then we want to have, on the left hand side, we also want to go up by 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. We're then going to do 2 rows of glass behind what we've just made. So that's going to be 1 row of glass, and then 2 rows of glass, like this. And then we're going to connect the next row of birchwood stairs together, just as we have kind of like on the front there. And then we're going to put a floor in here in the house, and the floor is going to be made out of dark oak wood slabs. So we want the floor to be made out of dark oak wood slabs, and you can see where the floor is supposed to be because it's actually level with the spruce wood that you have on the right hand side there, or on the left hand side of the house, as it may better be explained. So that is where the floor is actually present, like that. Now, on the floor, behind the stairs again, we want to have 2 rows of black stained glass blocks. So that'll be 1, and then 2 rows of glass block. We're now going to connect the next row of stairs together with a row of dark oak wood slabs like that. we're going to place a row of dark oak wood slabs on top of these stairs, going from left to right like this. And we're also half a row above going to place a row of dark oak wood slabs that comes to the middle-ish of the house. It actually wants to come up by 1, 2, 3 to the right, like that. And that will make the back of the house look quite interesting. Now it's time for us to build up the roof. So you guys know how to do this. We want to use our dark oak wood slabs and we want to build up like this. We want to build up the roof. We want to have basically what we have on the opposite side. So what you can do is you can extend the birchwood slabs over, and you can extend where there are dark oak wood slabs over, and this will form the roof. And we just want to extend it, and we just want to make sure that the roof progresses naturally like this. And I mean, there's not too much more to say. Just extend the slabs from the front to the back, and then that will be the roof pretty much done. So make sure that you use enough dark oak wood slabs, and we can always clean this up a little bit later. So let's take a look at what the roof looks like at the moment. That actually looks quite good. That's kind of what we're after. So that's what we have for the roof. We just have to make the back the same as the front. So we've just got to add a few rows of slabs here, just so it progresses up naturally, but the roof actually looks quite good like that. I quite like that. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And if we just look at the back of the build now, is there anything wrong? Well, we just have to what we can do, you know what, we'll connect that dark oak wood slab there, and then that looks fine. Although, you know, we do really kind of have to fill in. Let's make it so that we have some dark oak wood, or so that we have some birch wood here, just so that we don't have any gaps from the outside. That's kind of all we're doing now, just fill in those gaps, make sure that we don't have any gaps from the outside. Shall we make this glass? We can always make this part glass, because I do like a bit more glass involved. And yeah, that looks great. That looks great. By the way, that part is supposed to be open on the left-hand side. However, the next thing we're going to do on this right hand side is we're first of all going to build a little bit of a platform and some stairs. So we're just going to fill in between, I do believe, let me make sure that this is right. So we're going to fill in between these posts, these spruce wood posts. We're going to fill in between them with like jungle leaves and like dark oak fence and stuff. So just to kind of like make everything even, we're just going to kind of like, just between these posts, like I said, just add some jungle leaves and add some fence and some stuff like that. It doesn't have to be perfectly used, and it doesn't have to be even on either side. As a matter of fact, it might even look better if you don't. And now we want to build a half a slab stairway that takes us all the way up until we are level with the floor that we have to the left of us. So we just want to add a layer of birch wood until we are in line, until we are level with the floor surrounding us. So you can see here, we just want to add this. And we just want to make this little walkway here, birch wood, and that looks quite nice if I do say so. And if you like, by the way, I mean, it's not 100% essential. You can destroy these if you like and replace them with birch wood. It affects it a little bit there, but it's no problem. Personally, I like the spruce wood, I'm just going to say that, but it's kind of up to you what you want to do with that. And once you've got that taken care of, we're just going to come to the right hand side here. So where we have the right hand side of the house, we want to begin by doing a row of birchwood planks on the very left of the right hand side. I'm using slabs here to form planks, and a row of birchwood planks here on the right hand side, like this. Do a row of glass block connecting the front and the back at the top, like that. And then do rows of dark oak wood stairs, like left and right, inwards to the rows of birchwood. So do rows of dark oak wood stairs coming upwards like that. What we now want to do is we want to do a row of glass in an archway shape, just here. Actually, you know what? We'll connect these stairs together at the top, right, like that. And then we'll do an archway shape with our black glass. So it'll look a little something like this. However, what we are going to do is we're going to extend the top of this, where we have the dark oak wood stairs. We're going to extend it outwards with our dark oak wood slabs, and it wants to come as far as the little walkway that we have here on the right. So it will come out quite far like that. And we want to connect it down to the outer part here. So we want to connect it down to the spruce woods here with our birchwood fence, like so. On top of every single other exposed birch wood, we can now place dark oak wood slabs. So everywhere else, place dark oak wood slabs, and it will look quite nice. Actually, you could even connect this back corner, like from top to bottom. You could, oh no, you can't, never mind. Well, I look stupid now. But on top of every exposed spruce wood, place a dark oak wood slab, and it'll look quite nice like that. We're really getting this eco house cracking. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is actually, as we look at it, that is pretty much the eco house. Like, that's that. Except it's kind of not, is it? Because we are missing a couple of things here. Just a little bit of decoration here and there. So, like, you might want to add buttons here to the tops of the staircase, just like as you'd actually walk in. And a lot of what makes the eco house an eco house is we want to add loads of grass, jungle leaves, vines, lily pads. We want to have a bit of water involved here. We even want some cauldrons. We need some bone meal. We also need some like oak wood saplings, or make your own trees. It's kind of up to you. So here's what we're going to do. So let me show you what this is kind of going to look like. First of all, I'm going to dig a pond out front. This pond is kind of going to be circular-ish in nature, and it's going to be quite small. My pond can look like that. That's perfect. I'm just going to fill this with water, and we have to just fill that block in there. And we can just fill this with water. This is all decoration, by the way. Like, this is all of this. Yours will probably look a little bit different to mine, but that's kind of cool. Oh, we also need wooden trapdoors a lot. I'm going to throw a lily pad in there because that looks quite nice. I'm going to add some planters here, just here in this position. I'm going to add a planter. I'm going to add some planters here as well. And planters look very much like, they're basically just grass blocks with wooden trapdoors around them. And you're going to see these a lot around this house. And then usually flowers on top of them, but you can bone meal them if you like, and just kind of hope for a flower. I'll fill them in later with specific flowers and stuff, but later they'll be filled in with flowers. And also, just add jungle leaves, kind of like about the place, especially up this left-hand side. So kind of like form a pattern with your jungle leaves. And you're just going to want to fill this left-hand side mainly in with jungle leaves. Like, this is what the left-hand side here is all about, like that. Just jungle leaf the hell out of it. Also add some vines to the leaves, to wherever, completely up to you. Maybe even a little bit on the house as well, if it will let you. Okay, well, it doesn't want to get applied to the house. What can you do? Nothing to be done about that. We're even going to add a planter just above the main entrance here, and the planter, like I said, you guys know what these things look like by now. It's just wooden trapdoors in front of grass blocks, and then we can just bone meal them. And I'd prefer if there was a flower here, so I'll just destroy this flower. No? How about a flower? Perfect. Something like that looks great. It just makes it look nice. It just makes it look a bit more natural, a bit more naturey. Also going to add a little bit of vines here as well, just on the inside. Also going to add some vines here on the right hand side. So on the right hand side here as well, like, you can add more planters. Like, just add loads and loads of plants. Make sure that they look good. Make sure that they're in kind of like the right position. I'm going to, as a matter of fact, I'm going to add vines here. And then I'm just going to, there we go. That's what I'm going to do to that particular planter. I'm going to add some bone meal around here. I'd like a flower in that one. Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. I haven't got a flower. Something that we can do around here, by the way, is if you want to make a little bit of a path, this is kind of like, these are like final tweaks. Like, if you want to make kind of like a little bit of a path, add some like stone brick stairs into the ground and use like regular stone brick slabs or regular stone bricks as well, and it'll look quite nice. Like, if you just have something like that just out front, and if you want a different effect, like if you want multiple effects just to kind of keep it fresh, adding a little bit of podzol here, like to make it look as though the place is actually warped, and you can do that going all the way around the house. If we come to the right here, like let's add some more vines. Let's just add vines everywhere. Maybe not there. Let's skip that one and that one. Why not? And then we can just add a little bit of jungle leaves to this as well. So we can just add a little bit of leaves, and we can even add some more planters. We can just add to the back here, like we can just add a massive row of planters to the back if we so choose. It's completely up to us. How you decorate it here is kind of like how it's going to separate yours from anybody else's. We can add some jungle leaves to the back here, to the back of the house. We can even add some planters in the middle. It doesn't even have to be in the middle so that it looks a little bit different. Can we add vines to any of this part of the house? Bet we can add some there. Okay. Where you can add vines, just add some vines, because why not? And now I'm just going to add some wooden trap doors on here. And now we'll just... There we go. Wonderful. Like I said, you might want to add flowers in certain places, but that's kind of up to you. And that's kind of like what you want to do around this house. Like, that's mostly it. Now we're going to add some... Oh, you know what you can do? This is something that I really like the look of. If you just want to add some potted plants around the house, so like wherever you want to add them, like a cauldron and a jungle leaf makes a really cool looking potted plant. And actually, a lot of these do look better with just flowers. Like, instead of just grass, a lot of them look better with flowers. And you don't necessarily have to use, like, the whole planter thing either. Like, if you want to just, like, flower pot, just, like, throw a random flower pot, like here, with a blue orchid in it, or, you know, whatever it is. Like, flower pots about the place with, like, different flowers in them will absolutely make a big difference as well. Like, you can obviously use different kinds of flowers, like you don't have to stick to the same ones. Like, adding them about the place definitely makes things better. Like, can you see, it makes such a big difference to use the right flowers as well. Like, it makes a big difference. Like here where we have this planter, like if you have a nice natural progression where, and we don't want different colors here, so maybe like something like that looks really good. Or maybe even you want something that's a little bit less flowery. Like, another good combination of flowers that kind of like scale up from each other is like if you start off with like a dandelion and then like a blue orchid works, although it's a little bit viney. Like a dandelion and then something a bit bigger like a tulip. What have we got? We've got like a yellow. Why don't we get like a blue in here? We don't have any blue tulips, do we? But let's say like an orange one then. Like, it's a nice little progression, and it looks a bit bigger. So like where we just have, oh, we have another free planter here. So if we had like a similar thing where this time we use like a dandelion followed by a poppy followed by like a tulip. So like the bigger flowers are at the back so you can see them, and you get to still see the smaller flowers no matter what angle you look at it. But why don't we just add some trees around here? So trees aren't going to be a difficult thing to add either. We want a lot of them, or at least I want a lot of them with this house. I really do want a load of trees. It's going to make all of the difference in the world. And before I do grow these trees, I am actually going to just snap a little bit of a still for the thumbnail. A little bit selfish to be doing it, to be honest, right in the middle of the video, but this house is not going to look very good like completely surrounded by trees. And you know what, something that we're going to do as well, first of all, let's just light it up from the inside so that everybody can see it, and I can show you what sort of lighting system I went for. So the lighting system, I thought it'd be cool to have like redstone lamps. So I kind of like that position for the lamps. Whoops, what have I done? I've just accidentally destroyed the roof. So I kind of like the idea of lamps because they look, I don't know, lamps feel right, and they're actually slotting right there, which is actually perfect. And if you put one here, that, or underneath would be even better, like underneath like that. And then if you want to kind of give them the whole sort of like cabinish sort of feel, you might want to put some wooden trap doors on them. But now we have some light switches, and now we actually have the house lit up. To get down to the lower part of the house, you're actually going to, of course, have to knock in a little bit. Most of the lighting down here will probably have to be torches. Like, you don't really want any hanging lights down here, or at least I didn't. But, I mean, torches work fine in specific places. You'll be able to place lamps and stuff, but for the most part, you're going to want to stick to just torches rather than lamps and what have you. But that actually looks really, really great. as a thumbnail. Actually, let me just turn this off. This is what YouTubers have to do, by the way. Anybody who makes houses and stuff, you have to find a really, really nice angle for the thumbnail, and I think that looks quite nice. But moving away from that, let's grow our trees. So let's bone meal the... Whoa, that grew immediately. Let's bone meal all these trees. Let's add ourselves some more... we'll also add some more grass and stuff going all the way around. You can even add some more water sources if you like. These trees are growing really fast. These trees are like growing immediately, most of these. It's absolutely crazy. They don't usually grow this fast. That one doesn't even want to grow at all. Okay, never mind. It doesn't matter. It's round the back anyway. We don't need to interrupt it. But do you not want to grow either? What's the matter, tree? There we go. And then that one should grow as well, or is it a little too close to the... Okay, some of these trees are being a little bit emotional. Some of these trees don't want to grow at all. But I've just had an interesting idea as well. Now that we have the trees surrounding it, by the way, doesn't it look better with the trees? Doesn't it make a hell of a difference? And we can even add a little bit more bone meal. I want to stay away from the bone meal around specific places, like around the front-ish here. It looks really cool, though, like that. And something that you can do, I've just thought about this, like if we grab some birchwood fence, some wooden trap doors, yeah, redstone lamps would look better here, but some glowstone, like you could make some really cool, like, hanging from the trees. Like, this works with the bigger ones. You could, like, have some hanging glowstone lamps, like hanging from the trees. Isn't that a cool idea? Like, just kind of like surrounding the house. Like, if you just add some glowstone lamps like that, it's kind of, it's a cool effect. Like, you don't have to have one hanging from every tree, but if you just have one hanging from, you know, like every other tree, or like whichever ones you feel are big enough, then I think that it's a really cool effect. Like, especially like a tree like this, we could knock out some of these blocks just to kind of like tailor the tree a bit more, and we can add a birchwood fence, and we can add some wooden trapdoor. So even at night, you've kind of got like, I don't know, you've got a little bit of a glow. It looks kind of nice out here, and you could do that for every single tree if you wanted to. You could, like I said, if you just knock out some branches or what have you with some of these trees, then you could easily make it work for just about every single one of them. But I think that looks really cool. I think that looks great. We've just about finished with the house at this point, because I'm not going to be showing you how to make the interior. However, I will show you around the original version of this, and you will get some ideas for the inside. But that's the eco house, guys. This is the second eco house that I've ever made. It's very, very different from the original eco house. This one is completely different, and in some ways better, in other ways, I don't know, it's not worse, it's just completely different to the original version. Check out Eco House number 1 if you like. This is definitely an awesome house. I love this. Very naturey. But that's the house. That's the tutorial portion of this over. Let me show you the original, just so that you can get a feel of what you might want to do to the inside / the outside. Back in a moment. I just realized something that we missed. So, out here on the right-hand side of the house, we have this little bit of an overhang, don't we, that comes, well, over the right-hand side of the house. We have this nice little bit of an overhang, like this. If you destroy part of it, place grass in there, and then bone meal it, like that, then you get even more nature, and it's a bit more interesting than just looking at a normal roof. Completely random, completely forgot about it until I looked at my original version. Very easy to miss, very subtle, but looks great. Let me show you the original. So here we are back at the original eco house. Let me show you the inside. So I'm not claiming that the inside looks fantastic or anything. I just think it looks kind of nice. I mean, in here, really, the only thing that I could find use for in here is like a table and chairs. I think it's nice. It's nice. It's kind of like a nice thing because it's nice and open up here. There's plenty of light. A nice table and chairs up here is great. And if you delve down into the first floor, the ground floor, then you can have all of the stuff that's really important. Like, you can have plenty of little hidey holes to hide all of your chests. You can have your crafting tables, your furnaces. You can add a little something to the floor. Like, if you make the floor like uneven and bumpy, then it really adds an effect. Down here you can see this little bit of lighting that we have here with the glowstone and the bed in the corner. We also have a nice seating area down here. We've got plenty of plant life as well. More paintings. If we crack open this, we've got another like a little like secret chest here behind the stairs, kind of cool. I don't know, like this is what you can do to the inside, like, and I made the floor green as well for obvious reasons, but that's something that you can do to the inside of the house. That's a little bit of inspiration for you. You can definitely do a little bit better than that, a little bit better than what I've just done, but I'm sure that you guys will be able to figure it out anyway. And that is the Eco House, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Hopefully you like your very own Eco House. It'd be really awesome if you did. And if you do, please give this video a like. I'd really appreciate it no end. Give this video a like. I would love you forever. And also comment down below, would you like to see more houses like this? Would you like to see some houses that are a little bit different? And let me know, what sort of houses do you actually want to see? I'm trying to make more houses these days, ones that are a bit more realistic rather than like golden apples and stuff, because you guys have been asking for them. So let me know what you want to see the most. Also, subscribe for more. Did I mention that? Subscribe and check out all of my other houses. So if you like this, we do work on other things around here. So this is one that we just kind of like have as, I'm kind of like building this. This is going to be another suburban house. And not only do we have that, like that's a beach house over there, we have all sorts of different things rolling with this channel. You can actually explore this channel through the card system and the description below, because that is where you'll find all of the playlists that will show you how to make things like this. That will show you how to make things like this. This, for example, is my public park. Everything that you see on the ground in front of you has a tutorial. Literally everything. Absolutely everything. You would find this in my Park Builds playlist. You'd find everything that you see here. If that's not your thing, if you're building a city, then you would, for instance, find everything on the ground here in my Real World Buildings playlist, even including Jump Zone over there, which is a trampoline park, including all of the houses that you might see, and even that one over there, that is a nice suburban house with a modern house behind it. If we were to head over in this direction, then we would find the beginnings of a theme park, including a water slide, a Ferris wheel, a carousel. You would, for instance, then go into the theme park playlist. You guys get the idea. Everything that you see around you has a tutorial. We don't just do one thing. We do all sorts of things around here. So subscribe, check it out, check out the cards, check out the description below. Like this video if you like it. Comment down below, what do you want to see next? Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.